did a better job guarding the paint, which had been a big problem for us, but we got crushed from the 3-point line. But again, I thought even though they made some tough shots the other game, I thought our defense was decent. I thought it was great in that third quarter, and fourth quarter wasn't even close to where it needs to be. But I think they're understanding the message. It's been delivered a few times now, and the important thing is if we want to be a playoff team, we have to create good habits, and that means every time you're out on the floor, regardless of the situation, up big or down big, playing the right way. And we've had a few examples where we haven't done that, and that obviously has to improve.
How close to real do you want tomorrow to look lineup-wise and rotation-wise?
Obviously, I'm not going to play our starting group 30-plus minutes, everybody. I also want to stay healthy. I still want to be healthy going into our season opener on the 18th in Utah. But obviously, we still want to work with our starting group, get them used to playing together, and kind of figure out what we want to do with our bench rotation and who's going to play. And obviously, tomorrow is another opportunity for us to do that against a good OKC team.
So that's still very much up in the air, or you know what you want to do?
I have a pretty good idea right now of who I'm going to start. As far as who the backups are, that's kind of still being discussed by us as a staff. But when I know, Chris will be the last one to know.
What did you like from seeing Moutier and Jameer Nelson with Murray out? What did you kind of take away from that point guard battle last game?
Well, what you can say is the one thing Jameer's done a very good job of in 2 games is he's got 11 assists and 2 turnovers. So obviously, you want everybody to take care of the ball, but one of the primary jobs as a ball handler and point guard is to run your team and to value the ball. And obviously, I think Jameer's done a great job of that in a smaller sample size. Obviously, Emmanuel, that's been an issue for him. I think he's averaging around a little over 4 turnovers a game right now, and that has to improve. But Jameer with that starting group, we had a good first quarter. We had a great third quarter. I thought he played well with that group. And it's easier to play well with that group, too, and out of all fairness to all of our point guards. When we're playing with Gary, Wilson, Paul, and Nicola, TJ, you might be able to get out there and play.
You never know.
Again, the biggest thing is turnovers, valuing the ball, and then guarding your position and adhering to our defensive rules and principles. And, it's something that we continue to look at.
And Jameer said his shot's still just maybe a little bit short and coming back a little bit. Is that the biggest thing that you're seeing as far as maybe the aftermath of the injury, that's kind of the one part of this game?
Yeah, it's funny. Last night we had a lot of great looks, especially through the first 3 quarters. I mean, Paul goes 1 for 8. But the value of Paul Millsap is he gets to the foul line 9 times. But he had great looks. Jameer had some good looks. We just knocked some of those down. Wilson Chandler as well. But I think as Jameer continues to get more minutes and get his rhythm back, his conditioning back, I think he'll be able to step in and make those shots.
Coach, something Will was just talking about is he thinks his team still needs to be more vocal. I know that's something you talked about during camp. Where do you rate the level of how they're communicating on the floor right now?
Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress. I think we have some great examples of it where you can tell. Like in that third quarter last night, the reason I got so excited was we held them to, I think, 17 points on 29% in the field. And that ignited our offense. We got offense from our defense, which is who we want to be. But we were aggressive. We were communicating. There was really 5 guys working as one. When that fourth quarter group went in there, it was 5 individuals working as 5 individuals. They weren't talking. They weren't communicating. The turnovers got out of hand, and the wheels fell off in a hurry. So it's not where it needs to be, Allie, but it's definitely something that we talk about. I do think it's improving. And then let's take it another step. I think off the court, and I had this conversation with Drew Arthur before our game last night, what's going to allow us to take a really big step this year, if this happens, is can we be comfortable and confident enough to get on each other? Do we have the courage to hold each other accountable and have uncomfortable conversations? And it's just like any relationship, whether it's with your spouse, your significant other, communication is so important, and we can't be so tentative and sensitive that we can't have those conversations. If we get to that point, I think that's going to allow us to have significant growth as a team, and I hope we get there.
Going back to that fourth quarter, when you say guys quit, what specifically are you seeing out there that leads you to that?
I didn't say they quit. I just kind of, in terms of adversity hit, they go on a run. We're leading. Next thing you know, it's run. We just kind of let go a little bit. I'm not saying we have quitters on our team, but what I saw happen was this, Harrison. Adversity hit, we turned the ball over, they got runouts. They hit a couple of tough shots, we didn't execute, and it went from being a really competitive game to a blowout in a matter of maybe a 3-4 minute window. And now, obviously, it's not easy for the guys that are in there at the end, Monte, Malik, Tyler, Trey, whoever else was in, to be sitting for most of the game and go out there and play. And they had LaMarcus Aldridge and they had DeJounte Murray, guys that are going to be in their rotation. But every opportunity you go on that floor is an opportunity for you to show me that you're worthy of those minutes. It's an opportunity for you to show me that you are trustworthy. I can put you in the game and I know what you're going to give me. And every opportunity is a worthwhile opportunity. And last night, obviously, I thought we just kind of got lazy on offense, made lazy passes, turned the ball over, didn't sprint back. And once that run started, we just kind of dropped our heads instead of finding a way to compete and fight. And that's what we need to do.
You kind of hand over the reins to Wes at one point in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, I wanted, Wes. We've got a great staff. Obviously Wes, David, Micah, Jordy, Rival, Bob, play development staff. But I wanted to give Wes an opportunity for him to run the team a little bit. And I was walking out of the arena last night, and Bob White started laughing. And I said, "What's so funny, Coach?" He said, "You must have had a premonition because you gave it to Wes right before the bottom fell out." The bottom fell out in a hurry. But, I just wanted to give Wes an opportunity. Mike Brown did that for me years ago when I was his assistant, just to give him an opportunity to coach the team a little bit. And what happened in the fourth quarter was not Wes on the floor, I can tell you that.
Trey Lyles not seeing much time in the fourth quarter. Was that by design?
Yes, yeah, it was. Obviously in that first quarter, we played three bigs. We played Nicola and Paul and Mason. And made a concerted effort last night to try to have in the first three quarters either Paul or Nicola on the floor at all times. I feel if one of those two guys is always on the floor, we always have a go-to player, a skilled player, and a guy that can make plays for himself and his teammates. And Mason was the only guy that got in the game that first quarter. Second quarter, I wanted to get Kenneth out there with Nicola, see what they were able to do. And Trey was out of the rotation last night, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
What did you see from them for being paired with both Millsap and Jokic?
Yeah, I think on paper it makes sense in terms of great skill, great playmaking ability combined with energy, effort, athleticism, motor that Kenneth has. And obviously, Trey brings something completely different to the table. More playmaking, more skill, shot making, the ability to play off the bounce. But I think Kenneth has proven time and time again last year, as well as this preseason, how effective he can be with those skilled bigs like Kenneth and like Paul and like
Wilson Chandler's a guy that we haven't talked about too much, I feel like, during this preseason, but he's obviously stepping into a pretty prominent role. And so just what have you seen out of him throughout the training camp and throughout these first few preseason games?
Yeah, I gotta find a way to try to get him going. Mm-hmm. He's out there, he's playing hard. And I don't know if it's a matter of him trying to pick his spots. Everybody's trying to be so unselfish at times, but Wilson's going to be really important for us this year. He's a terrific defensive player, versatile. Need him to rebound the ball a little bit more as well as everybody else. Our rebounding is not where it needs to be as a group. And then offensively, I have to do a better job of getting him touches. We play such a free-flowing, equal opportunity offense at times, and sometimes guys kind of get missed. So if that's happening, I have to make sure I'm getting Wilson touches where he's most effective, just to kind of jumpstart him and get him going. Because to your point, Jen, he'll be a big part of our team moving forward.
You've talked about a few times about when Will gets more than 25 minutes, his numbers just go through the roof. Last night, he had just a hair under 26, and he had himself quite a game. What did you see out of him?
Yeah, he shot the ball well. I think he was 3 or 4 from the three-point line. And when Will has the ball, he's an effective player. He creates plays for himself and others. His greatest challenge is going to be when he doesn't have the ball, spacing, running, cutting, and not just waiting for the ball to come back to him. And that's going to be a big area of growth for him. And then defensively, I think he's done a really good job so far, trying to be more disciplined within the defense and his own one-on-one defense. So I think he's taken that to heart. He's done a better job there. And to your point, his kind of stat line speaks for itself last night at San Antonio when he gets the extended minutes. And I'm going to have to find ways to get him those minutes as a backup 2, as a backup 3, and at times as a backup 1 if we need be.
You talked about Nicola